This is, as you see there, Bnos 100 watt amp. Spares or repair, they said, just come in the post. Well, 2 hours ago. Looks good, Nick, doesn't it? Absolutely beautiful. Well, we've already been inside it and cleaned a relay. Did the knock test, banging on relays, and the side of the amp, and it jumped from 4 watts to 50 watts from my handheld. So we're all set. We've got the bottom on now. Watch the rest of the video because this is going to be the first part of the video. Oh, excuse me. So we're on 100 watts setting. You can just see it there. 200 watts actually. And we've got 4 watts coming out of the radio. So we'll switch on. All clicked OK. Cross your fingers. 4 watts on the radio. 50 watts. See the bar graph? That's a nice feature, isn't it? Some of them you don't get the bar graph, do you? See, it's not maximum output. There's 1 bar missing at the end. 2 bars. Of course it's only 50 watts. Unfortunately it doesn't seem to... We'll see now. Right, we'll switch it off. Really wanted to see for... You see, it doesn't go through. That's probably another relay. It did go through. Maybe... I don't know. It doesn't go through, so maybe it's another relay. Or maybe it's the length of the coax. But I'll switch it on. Oops, we're only on 5 watts setting. You didn't tell me, did you? See that bent needle? That's for 4 watts. It's interfering with my other radio gear. Can you hear it? Something. It's a kilowatt dummy load. No problem there. It's probably this 10 amp power supply that's making the noise. Let's try lower setting. No, it's got to be 4, maybe 4 watts or more, but that's impressive, isn't it? So it looks like the A200 might be on eBay soon. That's 40 watts with 20 watts input. You know what I mean? Big difference. That's on. FM is out. That was on no, FM. This is FM now. Then we was on SSB. Doesn't make any difference, does it? It's just that the delayed action and stuff for. Doesn't make any difference to any different frequencies, is it? Right, this will be my SSB. All through dummy load, of course. Hope you enjoyed this video. Lucky again. That's what you're going to say, aren't you? He's lucky, he is. I've got no technical knowledge. Just internet. You find all that information on the internet, and then if someone's very nicely puts it into a video when they've done a repair and it works, but you can't find circuits for these. It's just, I wonder how much. See you later. I've just unpacked this Bnos amp LPM 144 10 in 100 out, spares repair, just come through the door. So I was doing another job but decided to get stuck into this, see what it is. The thing is, they're built like a brick, aren't they? You know they are. And if you're only putting 10 watts in, no one's going to put 20 watts in, surely, unless by accident. So you'll check your radio first, 10 watts or less. Well, before we switched it on, before we even connected it up, we went straight through with only a handheld, low power, and watched what power it was. That's before switching anything on, just connecting up at the back to see whether it went straight through. Yep, straight through, no problem. Right, so we connected it up, we only switched the power on. In fact we didn't have the SWR meter in line, and everything clicked, all the relays clicked, and when I transmitted into a dummy load, just half a watt, it was clicking. So something, a relay was pushing something out. Anyway, we couldn't get any reading. We finally put the SWR in. We had to change the coaxial, shorter coaxial. You know, it all depends on the right coaxial length. I've had this problem with the A200. Get the right coaxial length. Half a meter, half a wavelength, I should say, at the operating frequency is the best idea, whatever measurement that is. And that's what I did with the 800. Did keep trying different lengths anyway, but the shortest length the better. Nothing less than half a wavelength, certainly not a quarter of a wavelength. So it's got to be half a wavelength or somewhere around there. So anyway, we finally got a click with the SWR meter in line, but it was only showing the same output from the radio, 4 watts on high power. I have fitted the power supply to it, and that gives me 4 watts. So right, we'll switch it on. We're all through a dummy load, and that's the frequency we're on. Any frequency will do, and we're in the FM mode. It doesn't make any difference. So right, we want to switch it on. Yeah, all those relays, or that relay. We'll transmit, and there's nothing. Right, you can't see now if you can, so you can monitor this while we are. Can you? Just a little. It looks like a. Yeah. Right, we're going to put it in the 200 because I've realised this is in the 200. Right, so there it is. Look, I went tapping around on the relays. Right, so I'm transmitting. I'm going to tap on this particular relay. Wait a minute, with my right hand. What's that? 50 watts. by tapping on this relay. What do you think about that then? And the relay was that one. There, look. So we'll have a look at that. It's still showing 50 watts. 4 watts in, look. It's gone already. Right, I think that's a bit better, don't you? Right, so there's the low power. Well, we haven't got it switched on yet. Right, so we'll switch it on. Right, don't stand. Right, switch it on. Tap this relay. 50 watts. Because it's on the 200 setting. 50 watts on that relay. Gone. 50 watts. I think it's something to do with the relay, don't you? Maybe the connection at the bottom, but we'll clean the contacts first with some cleaning fluid. Maybe lucky. It was still expensive, but not as expensive, and it's got the bar graph on the front. This one. Not like one on eBay at the moment. It looks really battered. This is as new. It really is as new. Look at it. Right. So that's 4 watts in, 50 watts out. Can't be bad, can it? Bit of cleaning fluid then. I've got the just the job. That's only one contact. That bit of dirt, can you see it? A4 sheet with this contact cleaner. You've all seen it. £5 something off eBay. Just dampen a strip of A4 sheet. You can see it there, look. And there's the contact. There's the relay. When you take this top off, it's only held by 2 little lugs. I think someone may have had it already off. Is it cracked? But push it this way. Right, don't try and lift it off this way, because you're only making it tighter. If you push it this way, you make it a bit wider from where it's sitting on. So from the top, just squeeze it and it'll just pop off. So we've only done one contact. Alright, so we'll just done one contact, and it's not showing very good on macro, is it? I'm only an inch away from the relay, but there's not too good light here, is there? So right, we won't use that end again. We'll cut that off now and use another piece. We don't want to wipe it all over another contact. Right, we're going to do them all now. When you've cleaned them, there's always going to be some fluid left over, so get some dry A4 sheet or very thin paper, and just, I mean, you can't see it, but I'm actually going in between, and there's still some, it's still wet. Look, maybe time for a cup of tea now while it dries, and then we'll give it another test. We won't put the top on yet. Whatever you do, never put anything abrasive. Don't put any metal object near those contacts. You'll end up needing a new relay, and it's junk. Just do as I showed you. With that paper, A4 sheet, white stuff, the thinnest you get. Right, we're going to test it now. We didn't make a cup of tea. think it should be dry enough. Well, I've got it all connected up now again, and I've got 4 watts coming from the handheld. I haven't put the top on that yet, and it is switched on. It still doesn't matter whether it's SSB or FM. I think the SSB is just for a delay, whatever, you know. So we've just got 4 watts coming from the exciter. Oh, getting excited myself. Right, it's on 200 setting. You can't see that, can you? Okay. You can't see that yellow, can you? Yep. It's showing power, and it's 50 watts for 4 watts all the time. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to, when you switch it off, if you didn't want 50 watts, you only want a small power, it doesn't seem to go through now. Maybe it's the length. Look, it doesn't, there's no 4 watts on low. It doesn't go straight through when the everything's switched off, like it should do, like I did when I first checked it before I even switched it on. I checked that there was 50 ohms going through it, dummy load, no power meter, but we won't be using. Oh well, of course, yeah, because if I'm working someone just down the road, I'll only be wanting to put out to 10 watts maybe, not 100 watts. Think about that, but right, oops, got to switch it on. Right, you heard that, didn't you? That seems to, right, you switch it and it connects and disconnects. I wonder what that is. I don't know. Connects and disconnects. Is there any more that operate when I do that? Yeah, that one's the same lot. Who knows why they do it? I am on FM, so we'll have another go. Oops, I've switched on. Oh, one bent needle. 50 watts, 4 watts. I'll probably put the top on, or the bottom on. Right. I think it's done. Let's put the cover on, see whether there's any change. Well, I've decided to make a short patch lead, which a manual on the internet suggests, and it's just that short. Look, from tip to tip on the 259 it's 341 millimeters for a 2 meter Bnos amp. Yep, it is clear. I've just cleared it, and the radio is 5 watts. There, look, 5 watts, and it works perfect. 341. I did measure 600 and something. Now it wouldn't work. 341, if you can get it close, that close to your radio, or twice as much, a multiple, or times 3, it says can still do it. 640, 341, yeah, 682, or 1300, another 341 on top of that. It's all 341 times 3 is maybe, no, I shouldn't imagine 4, I don't know, it only says up to 3 times, so it's working perfect now, isn't it? See you later.